And welcome back to Open House. Greg, here we go again, young fella.
Looking forward to it once again, Greg.
Desirable features to look for when investing in holiday rentals, Sue. What are we looking for if we're looking for a holiday rental property?
Okay, a lot of people that rent our holiday properties are looking for room to have two families there. That's an attractive feature. Upstairs, downstairs, independent living, if you're able to offer that. A view is always desirable. And
Sitting out there with a glass of red, just relaxing.
yeah, and a balcony, I think. And we're lucky in Victor and Counter Bay, all through to Hayborough. There are areas, you know, there's so many areas that do have a view.
Yeah. So, setting up the house for a holiday rental, I mean, what do you actually need in there to make sure it's it's suitable for, say, the two families coming down? What do you need to make sure it's there?
Well, pretty much everything that you'd have in your own home to keep it comfortable. So
all the viewers out there sitting back thinking, what a wonderful part of the world to go for a holiday. Where do you start finding the holiday rentals? Where do you go to book the room, so to speak?
victorharbor.brockharcourts.com.au.
Yes.
All our holiday rentals are listed on there and all the other major sites, so that's a good place to start.
How many weeks of the year do standard holiday rental properties actually?
There's no guarantee, but we say roughly 10 to 12 weeks.
Okay.
And depending on the property, it could be a lot more.
Yeah.
And generally that's at that premium rate, of course, during the busy time. So
yes,
investors
that's right.
could possibly look forward to that. Absolutely.
Now, Will, you've been asking a lot of questions. Just the returns on this type of investment from a finance point of view.
Yeah.
Is it easier, harder to borrow money?
Well, it is a little bit harder. The bank factors in different calculations for holiday rental than perhaps what you might see. For instance, you use the 10 to 12 weeks where you're getting a premium. The bank's going to look at it more as is this property able to be rented for a permanent rental, and how much return would they get for that permanent rental? And in some cases, if it's a property that doesn't have a huge rental market, then that might be a bit more difficult. In Victor, that South Coast region through to Goora, and even in areas like the York Peninsula, you know, there's a fairly good established market for permanent rentals, and the banks would look at it on that.
Julie, just the National Institute of Accountants, it sounds a very important part of everyday life for you guys. Just spent 2 days in Sydney.
Yes.
Can you just give us a bit of a broad brush of what you actually did for 2 days?
We talked about the global financial crisis, of course, because it's, I think, at the top of a lot of people's agendas
Very
at the moment.
topical. What's the just the general consensus? Are we over the worst of it?
Well, here in Australia, I believe we are. We haven't had the recession we expected to have because we didn't take up a lot of the dodgy packages that were going around through the banking sector.
Yeah, you guys have really done us a huge favour. I mean, yes, we sometimes get a little bit disappointed if we can't borrow as much money or the deposits need to be so high.
Yeah.
But I think the responsibility of the banking sector in Australia has probably saved us from what happened in America.
Yeah, that's been a combination of the government and the banking sector themselves, a little bit of regulation, but it has been good that neither party has been prepared to take on too much risk in that sector.
Yeah, we haven't got long to wrap up this one, so let's be very quick, Will. What have you got for us, just in a short, sharp and shiny?
We talked about holiday rentals. If you're looking at renting your holiday home out, get some advice, understand what you've got to do, and go from there.
So it sounds to me, though, just keeping it simple's the go.
Absolutely.
And there's not a lot of difference between a short holiday rental property and a longer-term investment property.
Just how you manage it. Get some advice on how to best do that.
Very well done. Greg?
Use an REI member. Use an REI member. Over to you, Greg.
No, thank you very much, and what a surprise you mentioned that. And again, look, the work that the REI is doing for our organisation, and every organisation, I shouldn't just say our organisation, for all the organisations involved in this great industry, has just been fantastic.
Right.
Greg. We had a fairly challenging year on a whole number of reams through 2009.
Certainly did.
Really strong board with Michael Brock, the president, this year, so I expect big things from the REI as we move forward. Julie, thank you very much for joining us. It was lovely of you too.
You're welcome.
You do a very, very good job, and this young lady's an accountant with a personality, believe me. There's a few of them out there. Lady and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us. You've been watching Open House, over and out.
Hi, I'm Sue Brand from Brock Harcourts at Victor Harbor. Thank you for watching the show. For more information on real estate in the area, please give me a call on 0427 444 399.